Linsay was an amazing man. Linsay was a very gentle man. Oxford University, a very intelligent, intellectual man. And, but what he had was he had this most amazing understanding of violence, which certainly was not him at all, because he wasn't a violent man at all. But he had a tremendous understanding of suppressed violence, what I would call almost psychological violence. I don't mean the violence of Reservoir Dogs or the Tarantino pictures at all. I mean, I'm talking about genuine psychological, not gratuitous violence, not bang, bang, shoot 'em up violence, but inner passion, volcanic passion that had a justification when it erupted. It was kind of a social violence of people who were oppressed, a repression that Linsay was always interested in, though he came from whole different background than that. But he had a wonderful understanding of it. The genius about Linsay and the marvelous thing about Linsay was he did all his work as a director without any apparent visible imposition on the actor. He did it all prior, months beforehand. You know, he almost lived in your ear. He would plan things, and you'd discuss it with him over the months, so that when you actually got to do it, he had very little to say when you were doing it, because he believed he had done that work prior to shooting. So somehow or other, he created, and I think I learned an awful lot from him, that he created the atmosphere that you were not acting anymore. Yes, he was a director and you were the actor prior to shooting the film. But when you got to shooting the film, it became a piece of life, that actually you were Frank Machin. He daren't break the spell, or he didn't want to break the spell, as Linsay Allison talking to Richard Harris. That made it acting. We rehearsed with Colin, and we rehearsed with Rachel a lot. We rehearsed with Alan, and all those people. And then, of course, I went up north with Linsay and lived in a pub, up in one of the pubs, and worked with the boys, the rugby, trained with them, lived with them, got the accent, you know, from them, got the attitude from them. Both of us together, coming from different backgrounds, understood the piece in a different way. You know, Linsay saw it in that wonderful lyrical way. Strangely enough, when I say lyrical, a picture like this, but it is very lyrical. It's very Fordish in a strange way. But the content isn't John Ford, but the shooting of it is Ford. And of course, Linsay was a passionate Ford devotee, really. And the images that Linsay shot were amazing. But there was one particular scene in the picture, which is not in the script at all. And coming towards the end of the shoot, I said to Linsay, there's something really missing. And at this stage, Linsay really trusted me. In a way, he trusted me, and I trusted him, but that there was something really missing. And it was, there was never an opportunity in the picture for him actually to try in his own inarticulate way to express what this woman meant to him. Linsay said, okay, I think you're right, said Linsay, we'll go for it. He really trusted you, which was wonderful about him. So Colin and I met the night before. Colin Blakely, wonderful, wonderful. And we talked through it, and I said, I don't want to, and I hate the idea of saying, I would like to do this. I hate working like that. It was me as Machin talking to him as Morris. So we got on the set and we improvised it. It was a very short scene, but most telling scene, when he tries to explain. You can see the worry and the shock on Colin's face, that there's something inside this man that's, the demons are going to break out here. I have often said afterwards that one didn't realize how good Anderson really was because I thought it was all me, because actors are very egomaniacal, and I thought, well, this is all me. I mean, what help did he give me? It was nothing. I did it. I mean, the folly of youth and the arrogance of youth, which later, as you get older, you recognize that it wasn't really all you, Richard. You know what I mean? It wasn't, you aren't that great. So I've worked now with some of the greatest directors in the world, I suppose. I've worked with Antonioni. I worked for a long time, but never got to shoot the picture with Ingmar Bergman. I've worked with John Huston, and I've worked with Marty Ritt, some of the great directors in the world. He's still the best.